should we record some audio things of just introducing and all that shit?
If you want it, what do you want to record?
Well, it's just because if you're going to split that into 2 episodes, I wonder if we should have rather than the second episode just being like, and the next question right from the beginning, we should have
Well, what I
opening.
did a little preamble. You can do a preamble now if you want.
Will I do a preamble as well? What did you do?
In this episode, we discuss blah, 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 blah.
In this episode, we discuss blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's hard to do before the edit,
That's
isn't
the thing,
it?
that's the problem.
Well, you just record it then. You can use this bit.
Yeah, I'll use this bit.
This is the start of another episode.
What don't you say? Do an intro. In this episode, we discuss, and then I'll just put in my voice,
Okay, okay. All right, everyone. Welcome back to The World is Beep. And in this episode, we talk about
the football, my dog, Hitler's art.
This is our podcast jingle. Doesn't it make you tingle? Make you feel warm inside? Before we release a ton of crazy stories from around the globe that we'll condense for your earlobe. Put that tide into an aqueduct, cause you're listening to The World is
Are you coming up this way?
That's what he wants me to get out of the way.
Yeah,
he could
it's
get
so
out.
funny when... where are you going? You going that side?
He doesn't want to sit next to me. I get it.
No, he has to sit on the edge. But he's... So before Jay moved in, that was always his spot.
Oh.
And it was so funny. Early doors, when she was here, we were on the sofa watching telly, and he just walked over and just sort of put his paw on her and looked at me, and we just laughed as if to know. He's like, this bitch.
Yeah. Can you move this out of my way?
Yeah. This fucker is in my way. Can you get rid of this, please? So yeah, he just thinks he owns the guy. What are you doing? Relax, will you? Oh, you're going in the middle, are you?
All right, I see. You've gone about this in a really awkward way, Ramsay.
He does that. He's no idea how big he is.
He's huge.
Yeah. He's a massive dog. You all right, pups?
He's a massive dog.
He's a massive dog. You can listen to this on iHeartRadio and wherever you get your podcasts.
Wherever they are.
Wherever they are.
Just find them. Find us.
Yeah, find us. We got some advertising funding because we said that about 20 times on the last podcast. So happy days.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Help us justify the funding by coming to listen on what's it called again?
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio. And then there were other ones, but if we dropped talking about them now.
Milky sugar.
Well, you asked for sugar.
I know, yeah. I know. I don't like coffee.
Now there's a hair in it as well.
No,
I mean,
it's
what's
from
going
him.
on?
It's from him. I nearly said that out loud, but I'm going to say it. It got caught in me ring.
Oh. We should probably say him when you say him, just because, you know, it is a podcast.
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting.
Him is the dog,
The
Ramsay.
dog is here. You'll see it on the video. Oh, do you know when you upload the podcast to Spotify, you can upload it as a video?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm learning so much. So the video is on YouTube and Spotify, and segments is on the other social media stuff like the Instagram and the TikTok and the whatever.
That's right. Facebook and
Facebook and that.
X,
Facebook.
formerly known as Twitter.
Oh, I've not really used
Nah,
that.
I don't use it either.
Facebook is just fucking grannies and stuff.
That's still my favourite.
Oh, is it? My ma, if a dog goes missing in Brazil, my ma will share it on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, that's how
in
you find
Dublin.
missing dogs.
Yeah, like in different countries.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I had it in the quiz as well. Someone, when older people use like Facebook as a search engine, you know.
Do they?
Yeah, I'll find it. There's something, I'll add it in later on. But there was something where I had it in quiz this week. A lady on Twitter X, she goes, hot Nigel Farage pics.
Oh, I've seen that.
Oh, you've seen that? It's like delete tweet.
How to delete tweet,
Yeah.
I think it comes up at one point.
Yeah. No, it's
Bless
out there.
her.
It's
I
out
hope
there.
somebody sent her some hot pictures of Nigel Farage.
Oh, I don't know if there is any. He just,
well, I suppose if you're a racist, you probably like him as he is, you know, just because he's white. I guess.
yeah.
That's probably all she cares about.
Now an image popped in my head of like a used tea bag. I don't know what that means.
No, I do.
Okay.
I do know what that means. Nigel Farage used tea bag.
He looks like a used tea bag. I'd say if Do you ever watch Benny Dorm, the TV show?
I bet he reuses a tea bag.
Oh, he's that scabby, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like sort of like, well, the tea's still perfectly good.
I bet you he gets the ends of every candle and blends them together to make a
I
new
bet he
candle.
does. Joining all the little soaps together at his house.
Just melting it together. Hang
You
on, I'm
cheap
busy.
racist bitch, Nigel.
Oh, but it wouldn't. It'd only be white candles and stuff like that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
It's
of
only
course.
vanilla.
It's only vanilla. Oh, I could smell him. I can fucking smell him from here.
He smells of vanilla and yeast.
Yeah, he smells like an ashtray. He smells like your granny's sitting room when you're a kid.
Yeah. He smells like those patterned carpets.
Oh
Remember
yeah.
those patterned not how they smelled, but how they look.
How they look.
He smells like that.
He smells like the sight of a patterned carpet. I used to, because all of my family smoked, right? And when we used to go to like my nanny's and her sister's houses as kids, I don't know where I learned this, but she thought I hated her because I used to lie on the floor. But I think I seen something in a TV show was if your house is on fire, that's where you lie on the floor.
Where you survive.
Because there was so much smoke in the room, like it was the 80s. There was just the walls were yellow.
It's pretty extraordinary how much people used to. Did you know? Because I used to work in bingo halls
Did
when I
you?
was a student, and the bingo industry, like, was on its knees at
No.
this time because of the smoking ban in Scotland. Like, all these old women were like, "Well, I'll just play on the internet then." And
Wow.
off they all went. No loyalty at all.
Shit, a bingo took a kicking because
It was
of the smoke.
actually probably the wildest job I've ever had, and I had quite a few jobs when I was younger.
Yeah.
But this one, like, I'd worked in nightclubs and all that before, behind the bar and everything. Never really any drama.
Yeah.
Beyond occasionally what you'd expect.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
getting chucked out with a bouncer.
Some mad granny.
Night one in the bingo hall, 2 men fighting during the bingo session. I saw 2 old women fighting over like a slot machine, a buggy.
Oh,
Like physically fighting.
yeah.
Tufts of like blue rinse tear all over the floor after they were done.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
Do you miss Scotland?
2 Scottish grannies at bingo, fighting each other, it was war. False teeth going one way, while tufts of blue rinsed hair on the floor.
Because it's the Euros and your team is playing tomorrow, Scotland. Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Well, good luck, boys.
Scotland or girls, I don't know.
Or girls,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Or whatever.
Or whatever, yeah.
Good luck, athletes.
Yeah, good luck to the people or animal or whatever.
Yeah.
Good luck tomorrow,
Good luck.
Scotland.
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, not everyone, not the other teams, not whoever Scotland is playing.
Who are they playing?
I don't know. Not Scotland.
Well, you've brought this up. I don't know why you expected me to
No,
know.
but the reason why, because I've been writing football-related quiz stuff
Okay.
for some of the bars to, they have to have an event to open at a certain time in the morning, so they have my quiz. So I wrote these rounds, and one is really funny. Now, we all have, our names will sound weird to other people with different languages, right? Now, I used to work with an Indian fella who laughed at my name. I think he said my name in his language sounded like a penis or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then my name's Alan Anal, like we
Yeah.
all. So I just got to say that now
Writes itself, doesn't it?
before I get into this. So these are footballers' names from around the world, and I'm going to give you an option
Okay.
A or B, and you tell me. So one is real and the other is made up, right?
Oh, God. Right. Okay,
Yeah,
then.
little bit of quiz.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's show my imperialist upbringing.
Yes.
I'm not going to know any of these or how to pronounce them.
Oh, well, I'll do the. Well, we'll see. We'll just see what happens.
All
we'll
right,
see what
then.
happens.
Let's just see what happens.
Okay, so here we go. 50-50 footballers' names. What is the actual name of a footballer? Here we go. Number
Okay.
one is Mark the Man
Okay.
or Sonal Markan.
Oh,
So which of those do you think is real?
Mark the Man. Oh, because that's Mark the Man. That's actually a term that they use in
That's
the
the
game.
joke.
Sonal Markan. Sonal Markan.
Yeah.
What's got?
It's
It's got to be B. Sonal Markan.
So Mark the Man, there's this thing in football where you either man mark or it's Sonal marking. So you're either marking the man
Oh,
or
is
you're in the...
Sonal Markin's a thing as
It's a
well?
thing as well,
I thought
yeah.
that. See, I went for that
Yeah.
because I thought, well, that's not.
That has to be it, yeah.
That has to be it.
No,
I
the
didn't
answer
know.
is Mark the Man.
Mark
yeah.
the Man.
Mark the Man, here he is. Look, Mark the Man.
Oh, and what a man.
Yeah, what a man, Mark the Man. And then here's the next one.
Dick Bummer.
Dick Bummer or Arse Bandit.
Oh,
Interesting noise to make.
interesting.
Yeah. Dick
Ooh.
Bummer.
Ow.
Oh, ouch. Oh, I need a nappy. Or Arse Bandit.
Surely, right? Okay, let's think this through.
Think about it.
If your surname was Bummer, you are not going to call your son Richard in case it gets shortened to Dick.
Yeah, but some
You're not
people
going to
don't
do
know.
it. They do know. Everybody knows what bumming is.
I'm
It doesn't matter how old they are. They all know what bumming is.
I'm pretty sure there's someone out there called Willie Stroker.
No way.
I think there's a footballer. Hang on, let me just
Willie
check.
Stroker.
Like they would have called a kid William.
Well, because you've seen that clip from like The Chaser that went viral. Where
Oh,
there's
yeah.
that skier lady called Fanny
Fanny
Schmeller.
Schmeller, yeah.
So I suppose some people are quite cruel.
Yeah. There's a
Is it a Willie Stroker?
Willie Stroker.
I think he is.
Yeah.
Gosh, I tell you,
He's,
that photo looks like he could be doing it
he's doing it right there.
beneath the frame.
This is going on the edit. Let me see.
Put that
Irish
picture of
footballer.
Willie Stroker on the edit. I'm gonna.
Irish footballer Willie.
Is he a
Willie-
footballer as well?
No, hang on. There's an Irish footballer.
You writing a new quiz question while we're here?
Willie something. I'm telling you, there's someone. This is ridiculous. Irish football Willie. Oh, don't. All right, I'm not doing
Irish football Willie. Was
I'll look
a
it up.
Silly search.
that. I'll
to
look
put
it up.
in.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. That was a shock.
I refuse to believe that people with the surname Bammer would call their son Richard or Dick. So I'm going to go for Arse Bandit.
Arse Bandit. Let's see
Yes.
if that's the correct answer. It's Arse Bandit. There
I
he
did
is.
it.
That's
that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting an Indian man.
Were you? No, he looks like he does have something
wrong
going
with
on
him?
with his rectal region. Arse Bandit. And here's the next one. So Roman Empire or Norman Conquest.
Oh, wow. What great names.
Either one could be true. Yeah.
Those are, one of them is a real name.
One of them is a real
That's
name.
Fantastic.
Yeah, isn't it?
Roman Empire's been trending lately
Oh, he
on
has.
social media.
Because
'cause
men
everyone's like,
think
yeah,
about it a lot.
Apparently, men think about the Roman Empire every week.
Yeah.
Do you not?
No.
I don't think I do either. But
when
then I was like, well, you'd maybe do a little bit sometimes.
well, because it was everywhere. It didn't not except Scotland and Ireland because we were too mental.
We're too fierce.
Yeah, so they had to build a wall, and but yeah, I don't think I ever like if I'm watching videos or I'm on TikTok and the Colosseum comes up randomly, whatever, and I go, oh, Colosseum. I don't literally think about the Roman Empire. I just go Colosseum.
Well, I do get irrationally angry when you see a story about a tourist vandalizing the Colosseum.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
already
like,
in ruins.
Well, I'm like, why do I care? But I'm sitting there just seething,
Yeah.
absolutely furious.
Leave it alone, especially those fucking paint thrown climate change.
Oh, well,
The
they
Stonehenge.
I tell you what, I actually thought that was quite cool.
Which one?
They
Stonehenge?
threw the paint all over Stonehenge.
Oh.
And I mean, I'm like, I know, we should protect these ancient heritage sites. I get that. But then I'm also like, we probably should protect the climate as well.
Oh, we should, but I think they're
And
going
clearly
about it the wrong
stopping all
way.
the traffic in London wasn't getting the attention that they want. But I don't know what they want. I mean, I guess they want
Attention.
the government to like put new laws in place and all of that. But the government does. I mean, bless them for thinking the government gives a fuck about Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They need to throw paint at something the government cares about, like fox hunting.
Yeah, so something like a billiard table in a private house.
Or
yeah.
actually just run into the Houses of Parliament and just throw paint everywhere while they're all sitting there.
Actual paint.
Actual paint.
Because did you hear the story of when they broke into, I think it was in Germany, a Mercedes showroom and glued themselves to the floor, and the staff just turned off the lights and left.
What is he supposed
And
to do?
left them glued to the floor.
What are you supposed to do?
Then they complained that they weren't given anything to urinate in, or they
Well-
weren't given any water. You glued yourself to the floor,
Well,
you
I'm,
man.
I'm sorry, but if you're going to glue yourself to the floor in protest of something, you make sure you've gone to the toilet before you do it.
You got to empty yourself out.
Empty yourself.
Empty. You can even do it on the cars, and that's a good protest. But don't start complaining that you're not being given water and a proper poo thing. What are you called? Pans, bed pans.
Well, what, you can't even use it if you're glued to the floor.
Oh, your arse isn't glued.
Well, where are you glued? Are you glued front down or bum down? Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's on your hands, so you can just.
Oh,
move.
you're right. So they're not like spread
Nah,
eagle
they're not.
glued. I thought that they were like completely immobile.
No,
like,
that's
help
insane.
us.
No, they
You know?
just glued a hand, like it's like not like they're
just a
cutting a
single
web.
hand.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. I've never done it because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go for Norman Conquest.
Oh, what a guess, Norman Conquest.
Ah.
Yeah, there he is. Look at that. Look at the size of
look
the
at him
badge.
there. There's
Yeah,
something about him there, eh?
yeah. It's
Well,
eyes.
I don't know if it's the picture here, but it looks like he doesn't have any lips.
No, I can see lips.
I mean, I can just make them out.
Yeah, but I'm Irish. We don't have
What
lips.
chin he's got on him?
I couldn't see it. That's a whopper chin.
Aye, it's like a square.
You guess you'd hide some shit in there, wouldn't you? Cheeky arse
Oh.
or saucy hoop.
Oh. Oh. I don't know why, but I feel like I know all these men.
I've met them growing up.
Yeah, I feel like I know this. I know how it feels. Saucy hoop.
Saucy
I'm
hoop.
gonna go for it.
Not cheeky arse. It was in fact cheeky arse. There he is.
There he is.
Yeah,
Look at him.
That's he's
Oh, but why does he look so miserable with a fun name like
a
that?
fun name, eh?
Look at him.
Cheeky
You'd think
arse.
with his fun name, he'd have a smile on.
Yeah, who is the cheeky arse? Number 5. You fucks.
Oh, I like that.
Are we shagged?
Oh. Now. Oh. This could be either.
Could it be?
You fucks.
You fucks
Yeah.
is correct. He's a German
Yes.
fella, I think.
And there he is. Look at him doing the Vogue there.
He's doing the
He's
Macarena.
doing the Macarena.
Yeah, the Cheeky Girls was the previous one. He's doing the
And
Macarena.
his t-shirt says Dickens.
No, it doesn't. Oh, Jesus
It
Christ.
does. Dickens.
Where does this come
Dickens,
from?
you fucked.
Dickens. Stefan Kuntz
Oh.
or Stephen Fannies.
It's got to be Kuntz.
Yeah, it has
It's got
to be. It's Stefan Kuntz. There he is.
Gotta
There.
be. I think it's
Stefan.
probably pronounced Kuntz.
I don't. It is what it
Look
is.
at him sitting there, having endured that humiliating name for his whole life.
He doesn't
With his
mind.
ginormous eyebrows.
They are whopper eyebrows,
It's
aren't they?
absolutely crazy. I mean,
You'd never get sweat in your eyes
get
with
a
those
tweezer
eyebrows.
though. There's no excuse for that.
Or a hedge trimmer. 7. Wanker.
Oh,
Jerk off.
so this is a sort of share situation where there's like no surname.
Yeah.
For
A
wanker.
bit of a share, yeah.
So wanker's just like share. I'm gonna go jerk off because there's no. I don't understand wanker not having. But then actually, if that was the made up one, you'd have given wanker a surname. See, I'm playing a psychological game here as well.
Good.
I'll go wanker.
Well, yeah. It is, in fact, Wanker. There
You should
he
have put
is.
Smith on the back of that.
Wanker Sniff. That's his real name.
But what's his surname?
Wank.
Why
Wanker.
doesn't he have a surname?
Wanker. I'm gonna look her up, but I think there's a clip of a commentator when he scores a goal, just goes Wanker, Wanker, Wanker. I'll have to look that up. And here's the final one of this round of football names: Jizz Horncamp
Oh yeah, nice.
or Spunky Boner Tent.
Right. This one's obvious.
Yeah,
I think we can both agree that this is Jizz Horncamp.
absolutely.
It's got to
Jizz
be.
Horncamp. It is indeed.
Boner Tent isn't a real surname. Clan Boner Tent.
I just wanted to make myself laugh.
And these are all Scottish players, you
They
say.
are, but yeah. They're all playing tomorrow. There he is,
Oh,
big
there he
Scottish
is.
head in them.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He's actually got quite an intensity in his eyes there, eh?
Yeah, it's like he's focusing on something.
It's like
the
he's
game.
concentrating on
Yeah.
what he's doing. I wish I knew what that felt like.
Yeah, he's got good focus.
Oh, he does.
Fair play to
Good
him,
for
man.
you, Jizz.
Well, that's the end of that. Football names. Da-na-na-na. That's the. Right, let's get into
There
it.
are a lot of footballers, though. There must be millions of them because to have all these names
Yeah.
represented,
Yeah,
there must be absolutely millions of
I'd say
footballers.
there's at least more than 50 footballers in the world.
Is football the biggest sport?
I think it might be because it's a genuine World Cup, like
Yeah.
the Rugby World
Not
Cup
like the World Series,
series.
in
Yeah,
America.
yeah. So I think it would be, but then again, who knows? There's no way of finding out that information. There's no.
I don't even care
I
enough.
could Google, but my thumb would go. Couldn't give a fuck.
That's how lazy I am as well. I can't even pick up this. I mean, this phone. Look at this case; it's falling to bits, and I just keep taping it together.
Oh, nice.
It's actually pretty. I actually people are like, "Why don't you get a new phone case?" And I'm like,
This is cooler.
"Because I think that's cool."
Yeah, I've made it myself.
Now it's art.
It is art. Shit art, but it's
It
art.
is
I get-
shit art,
It's like
yes,
what's her
thank
name?
you.
Tracy Emin, who just left a shitty bed. And
The bed was unmade.
Yeah.
I wonder what that was all about.
well,
I've never really looked it up, but I'm sure it was quite profound to some people who'd never made a bed. I don't know.
but it was like sanitary pads. There was a lot of
Yeah, there
stuff
was-
left there. But do you
well, it
reckon
was-
she was given a brief and she forgot to do it, and it was, you know, when you do your homework the night before going back to school, and she just went, "Oh, this is
got
my
it."
art. This is what it is. It's my shitty bed."
Yeah.
And they went, "Oh my god, that's so profound."
Well, you know, there's got to have been some art exhibit out there somewhere. Because I'll go to a gallery every now and again. I like galleries, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's got to be an exhibit out there. It's like I don't know, like contemporary, where the canvases are there and they're just all blank.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then there's a description under them, and it's like,
My
you know,
mom.
the settling of the moon, and it's a description of this painting that
Yeah.
just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I bet that's a.
And you gotta imagine it yourself.
I'll bet that's I bet that's somewhere.
And someone got paid like 10 grand just
10
to
grand,
just to
20
put a
grand.
blank and go. It's
Hundreds
called
of thousands.
imagination.
Yeah.
You look at this blank sheet of paper and you see what you want
Or
to
it's
see.
called, you know, because there's a poem. I don't know if this is true. I saw it in a film, but
Then
there's a
it's true.
poem in Japan somewhere called Loss, and it's like etched onto a stone. And the poem's called Loss because the words are just etched onto the stone, and then they've been scored through, so you can't read it. But it's ancient. It's been there for, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years.
But isn't that something that you'd do in college as well and go, "Oh, I wrote a whole essay. It was really good, but because of art, I've just
I've
scribbled
just
over it."
ruined it. I
Yeah.
just pissed all over
Yeah,
it.
so just give me the A now.
I think it would be quite interesting because, like, you've got all this art that's like, wow, that's so meaningful and profound because of the loss of potential, the loss of
Yeah.
creativity. But if you try to do it in school, they'd be like, that's bollocks.
yeah, you're taking
So
the
at
piss
what
now.
point between school and real life do artists get to just be bollocks?
I think it's teachers who don't give a
Ruin
fuck,
everything.
and they're like, I don't need to listen to this bullshit
Yeah.
of your art.
Yeah.
Just give me what I need.
Just give me
I'll
the
give you a
assignment.
mark. I'm going on a 4-month holiday, so hurry the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trek through Nepal.
Yeah. Lazy.
Nepal.
Nepal. I should have been a teacher.
You should have been a
Back.
teacher.
Can you imagine?
I hate that. Like
Oh.
the abuse. There was a teacher in my. I went to a mad school. So there was like a hot square. There was a square, and if you walked in that legally, everyone could beat the shit out of you, right? Yeah. So there was lads.
What
just,
do you mean?
So there was a square. So I was looked after by my cousin and his mates. So I was fine.
What
But
do you mean? No, I'm sorry. I still don't understand.
I'm trying to get to a different story,
Like a
and
sort
I
of
got
taped
distracted.
square on the
No,
ground.
it was just like a spray painted square on the ground, and if you walked through that, everyone could kick the shit out of you. And so what the bigger kids would do was grab
Who
someone's
made
bag.
this rule?
It was in the school. Like there was a teacher called. It was a brother, Christian brother, and his nickname was Greener, because people every time he walked by, they used to go and spat on him.
Oh,
And he didn't do anything. There was a brother, Christian brother, called. He was nicknamed Brother Death because he wore a face mask when the only person we ever seen wear a face mask
yeah.
was Michael Jackson. Well, we know what he did, and he used to sort of hover because you couldn't see his feet because of the cloak. Christian brother.
so
And
he would levitate through the
well, that's what it
school
looked like. He
wearing
looked
his
like he
face
floated.
mask.
Yeah, and
Like-
he didn't interact with any other teachers. He had his own kettle in his room and his toaster.
So he was literally like a sort of psychic ghost
No, it
floating
was-
about the school.
He was terrifying. He's the only teacher we all sort of share ourselves with, and he, because I'm at the age, I'm at the age where they just stopped hitting kids. So there was still teachers that were on it, like I fucking, one of them used to knuckle you every time you walk by, and he go, "How are you?" and then knuckle you because he can't hit you anymore. But anyway, so Brother Death, he used to do this thing. I've seen him do it where he gets out a knife and he gets the student's hand and he does that through
my
the fingers.
God.
Yeah. So I've seen that. But the story I heard is two lads were having an argument in a class. So what he did was he got one fella to keep sketch on the door, and he moved all the chairs out, and he made it like a UFC, and he let them fight until they resolved their issues. Now, I've heard that. I didn't see that. But I seen this knife through the finger.
It.
I believe that because it was mad. So there was teachers, I remember one fella setting fire to another fella's jumper. He's like, hey, look at this. Oh, and he set fire to the jumper in front of him and then patted it out. And the teachers didn't do anything.
The teachers just like, well.
It was like, I don't let me through. 4 o'clock, I'm out of here.
These aren't just teachers. They're like clergy people. They're like these are men of God. As well at that school, so you'd think they would have at least a little bit more passion about what they're doing.
Well, only some
part
of them.
Their calling, right?
Yeah, but I think they're just miserable with life.
Yeah, I get that.
I
suppose if you're looking forward to being in heaven,
I don't
why
even know
would you
if
be
they are.
excited
I think
to
they're
be
just
here?
looking forward to getting on the whiskey and the cigarettes after school.
Father Ted style.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking that maybe priests and monks and nuns and all that were all horrible bastards because they're like, can't wait to get up there.
Yeah, but
I can't wait.
Do you think they really believe in it though?
I reckon some of them probably in their heart of hearts, they probably
I don't think they would. Some of them, I think they're just trying to get through life. And
I mean, I don't know because I think some people out there do believe.
Oh, I'm aware of it. I've been around it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you have. But I mean, it's like I don't know. I think there's probably a lot of religious people like if they were really, really honest with them. But they say the same about atheists.
Yeah.
A lot of people they'll be like, no, you do believe.
Yeah.
You do.
I believe like
I genuinely don't.
I'm not saying there isn't anything. Like I'm sure
I
there's
am.
something. But if like everyone can have their own beliefs and stuff like that.
Of course.
But I went to a Christian brother Catholic school and it was just fucking full on. There was a teacher when we were kids. She was a substitute teacher. So her name is Mrs. Kelly. I remember that because they had a really insulting nickname for her. Mrs. Kelly has a lot of money. And she
has a what?
A fat belly. And she used to,
that's not that bad.
that's not. And she used to bring another one. She used to bring a knife to school because the area we
my
lived
God.
in. Yeah, and she'd show us. It's like a Rambo knife, like a Bowie knife.
She's got a machete. Like,
She's got a
full on.
machete in there, and she probably needed it in that area. And she'd make us stand up every morning and say, "Thank you, Jesus, for me being alive." And she told us that when you go to
Christ.
bed, we're kids. She said, when you go to bed and you go to sleep, you die in your sleep. You are dead, and it's up to Jesus and God if you wake up or not.
Chill out, Mrs. Kelly.
This is fucking with your
Fucking
belly.
hell.
This is 9 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. I go, it's too much. You know,
And
it's
she's
too much.
married.
No, I don't know. She was
Did
pretty
you not
old.
say she was Mrs. Kelly?
Oh, Miss, yeah, she would have been married then, Mrs. Kelly.
Why?
There wasn't many Miss at
No,
school.
I suppose there
you know what I
probably
mean?
wasn't.
Not. And if they were young, and there was all these predators ready to fucking
Ready to take
Yeah,
them home.
go- yeah.
Ready to take them back to the farmstead
Yeah.
and keep them there.
here, put this ring on your finger. You're mine now, bitch.
Yeah.
So I've been watching too much Breaking Bad, and
I've never watched it.
there's a fella that just he goes, "Yo, bitch," and we just keep on breaking out into "Yo, bitch," me and Jane. But it's when you're around other people, I was in Christchurch at the weekend, and I was like, "Yeah, bitch," and people just looked at me.
Wow, that's really insulting.
Yeah, why is he so aggressive and calling me a bitch? I'm like, oh no, because I'm watching Breaking Bad.
I've been watching Weeds.
Weeds.
Yeah, it was, I don't know if it came out around. I don't know when it came out. I think it's quite old, but it's Breaking Bad style. I think. I've never watched Breaking Bad. I think Breaking Bad is probably better.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people think it's better.
it's quality.
But Weeds is like, so she's her husband died, and now she's selling cannabis.
I do.
She's
I
a
know it.
housewife, but like as it goes on and on, she's just kind of building her criminal career.
Yeah,
You know, more and more.
selling the marijuana.
Well, she's getting involved with all sorts of bad customers.
Is
you know
she?
what I mean? Well,
Like-
she's just out of prison.
Is she?
Aye.
This sounds like it's real life.
Well, it's not.
Because
Well, I don't know. Maybe there are people out there who've lived this life. I don't know.
yeah,
I lead a very boring life in comparison.
no, but you're a comedian. You're out and about.
Not really.
Do you know what I mean?
Only when I have to be.
Yeah.
Should we do a question?
Sure, you do a question.
Right.
Yeah. I'd love to not leave the house.
Me too.
And I
Me
want this
too.
podcast and all of this stuff to go really well and make money so I don't have to drive
Wouldn't
to
it be great
places.
if we started just making millions of dollars from this?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
If you listen to it, can you send us money?
Send us millions of dollars.
Oh, sorry, millions of dollars, not just money.
Yeah.
It's like when you're watching the lotto, when it was up to 20 something, I'm like, I'll do lotto. But when it's back down to 4, I'm like, don't want your peasant money.
Fuck off. I don't get out of my bed for less than 5 million.
Yeah. Give me, I'm not going to the effort of buying a ticket for 4 million.
I know. What the fuck?
I barely get
Down
you.
to the newsagents.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Fuck off. Or whatever you call it. Keep your fucking ticket. Let's do a question.
Let's do a question.
Here we go. In Scotland, while singing The Whole of the Moon.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, have you
video.
seen it? Brilliant. What was the lady also doing? A, eating
can't
what's it?
remember.
B, downing pints of tenants in one go. Or C, flashing her arse every time she sang the words Whole of the Moon.
I know this.
Yeah.
This was a typical Scottish pub scene.
I love it.
The karaoke was on, and I know that she was eating Wotsits,
Yeah.
as is the tradition.
You gotta see, but and I'll play it. It's how she does it after a long note.
She's a star. And
Absolutely.
they've got a wind machine going on as well.
Unless she's farting, like all those crisps.
Oh, look at that guy. I'm pretty sure I know him.
I think he was at that gig in Blenheim. I think that was
Look at him go.
It's
I
like
mean, what I love about it is it's the middle of the fucking day.
yeah, that's amazing though. And then, but there's dancing. Do you know what he reminds me of? Do you know when you watch late night TV? Oh, here she goes.
She's bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
Look at her. Look at her probably
No,
like
what a-
giving it like she's a nice.
And then just eats the crisp.
That's feminism.
Oh, that's the way the world should be. I love it.
Oh, it's playing again.
Oh, it just loops around. Next question.
Brilliant.
Oh, you like this one. What did Antiques Roadshow expert Andy McConnell do on telly?
Well, he priced up antiques, didn't he?
Yeah, well, you see the options.
Okay.
A, he mistook Hitler's art for Degas. That's Edgar Degas. That's
Have you
it's
seen
like-
Hitler's art?
Yeah.
It's crap.
Well, yeah.
People are like, oh, he was a talented artist. If only he'd been allowed to be an artist, maybe he wouldn't have killed all those people. And I'm like, no, guys, his perspective is way off.
Yeah, is the sense of I don't know. I think I've looked at a couple of things and I went, nah, that's not that
It's
great.
crap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that great, but
It's
it's
better
hard
than
to
what I
like.
could do, to be fair.
Well, yeah, but you're not an artist. Like it's hard to like, even if it was good. You're like, but he still murdered millions of people.
Well, listen, I'm not a Hitler apologist, just to be clear. I'm
It's
not
all a
saying,
hoax.
oh, what a shame. If only he could have been good at art, then maybe everything would have been okay.
But
Hitler was just misunderstood. That's not what I'm saying.
No, but do you think that's like what we talked about with the art and you're like an artist, like I said, say the artist comes up with something amazing and the
saying that
teacher,
the
the
Holocaust
teacher's
was
like,
Hitler's
no, hang on,
unmade
no. What I'm saying is, imagine he was like the artist, like Tracy Emin, who goes, that is my art, this is it, right? But because he was in school doing art, the teacher didn't give a fuck about the creativity. Like we said, the teacher was like, it's nearly 4 o'clock. I gotta go home and watch The Chase. So the teacher was like, this art is shit. And he's
fail.
like, well, fuck you and everyone you know. I'm gonna kill yous all.
Well, possible. But maybe that explains why the art industry now is like, yeah, that unmade bed's genius. Because who knows what Tracy Emin might have become.
Yeah, exactly.
If we'd been like, it's just an unmade bed, Tracy. I've got one of them in my house.
Click, click. Yeah. You got it. That's why you can't. There's, people don't lose in games anymore. Like with kids, everyone's a winner.
one loses.
Everyone's
Just
gets a
well
medal.
done for taking part.
Yeah, because if you turn around and go, that wasn't good enough, that's
Which
a lunatic.
actually is just what some people need to hear.
Oh.
And I mean, I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, oh, everybody's a wimp nowadays because, that's sometimes in work, you want to say to people, you see it in comedy as well.
Yeah,
You want to just be like, that's not good enough.
yeah.
Your effort is too poor.
Well, in comedy, it's not good enough if you don't get the laugh.
Well, yeah, but sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder. Some people, they don't know what. I don't know.
I told
probably
you-
not good to get into.
We won't get into it. I'll tell you this quick story. There was a guy, I don't think he does it anymore, which is good. We did a gig years ago and absolutely bombing on stage. Absolute shocker. And he's not really a nice person either, so I can say
good.
this. And he was bombing, and then down the back of the room, quite a big room, and I was standing down the back. A fella leaned to his mate and goes, "This is shit, isn't it?" Right? And his mate goes, "Oh yeah, right." The guy on stage, nearly said the name, the person on stage goes, what was that? What was that? Silence in the room. What was that? Like 100 and something people in the room. What was that?
Oh my God.
Several times, nothing. Then carried on with the routine. Came off the stage, went up to me and goes, did you hear that, lad? Did you hear the laughs I got? Oh, great. I was like, you don't understand.
Delusion.
You don't understand. Imagine.
No.
Like,
I love as well, like, imagine getting a laugh and being like, oh my God, what was that?
yeah.
What was that? You guys,
What? That
you
was
guys
annoying.
are laughing?
Yeah. I'm a
Amazing.
comedian now.
I
Yeah.
did it.
And I'm delighted I didn't say any names there. So
Right,
hard.
sorry.
Mistook Hitler's
Andy
because
McConnell.
Now this is interesting now because of what we talked about. That could happen. That could be something. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the quiz.
Right.
B, tasted a 117-year-old stool sample. Or
Okay.
C, drank a 180-year-old piss. A, B, or C.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Because
Because I was like, surely none of them.
my name isn't Shirley. No, it's Wooden, and it's.
Wait,
I'm not saying anything.
no, don't say anything. Right, let's work through these. So we've
Okay.
discussed the art thing. I don't think, even with me, with my like total like basic knowledge of art,
Yeah.
right? I've seen Hitler's paintings.
Yeah.
I've seen Degas paintings.
Yeah.
I just don't think.
Yeah.
I just don't think an expert would make that mistake.
Yeah, true.
Which leaves me with either eating old shit or drinking old piss.
Yeah.
I cannot fathom under what circumstances, though, even if you had, like, even if somebody was like, oh, here's this beautiful antique Petri dish.
Yeah.
Or whatever you keep a bit of shit in
Yeah,
for 117 years,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Where he'd be like, oh, yes, that, because they don't taste it to identify. He's not like, that tastes very Regency.
But you ever see the kids
You know
that
what I
lick
mean?
everything? Do you ever see the kids that like? There was a kid in my school that just walked up and licked stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, it was a weird skill.
Your school was
But,
fucked up.
Oh, it was
But
mental.
this is a
Man.
an older man who is, educated, probably very privileged.
Yeah.
Because let's face it,
Oh,
working class people don't do antiques.
No, we just have old shit.
We just got old shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, when you see his face,
right.
you'll
I'm going to go
understand.
piss.
You're gonna go.
I'm going piss. Let's do it. Maybe it was in like an old like decanter or something.
That's
and
exactly
everyone
what
was like,
happened.
we're going to taste this old liquid. And the people that were there were like, we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Will we all drink it together on the television? And it's a big thing of a crystal decanter of piss for some
Yeah,
reason.
here it is. Great moment. Antiques Roadshow expert drinks from 180-year-old bottle before finding out what it is. Now, I don't show him drinking it, but he drinks it
Look
from
at
a
the
glass.
faces of the crowd behind him.
So it turned out it was piss, some needles.
What? Why are they trying to kill that man?
He chose to drink it.
Wait a minute.
And
so-
hair.
Do you know what it is?
What?
Honestly, I know what that is.
What?
That is like a witch's bottle.
Oh,
That I bet that's what I not that I can identify antiques or anything, but I wonder if they had this discussion because sometimes to do a curse they'd seal like coffin needles, like rusty nails,
rusty
hair,
nail, yeah.
and piss in a bottle. It's like a curse.
well, that's exactly what it was. So
He
I think
drank a curse.
He drank a curse. I'd love to know if he's okay. Maybe
Well,
he's just
he's-
gotten younger. He turned into
imagine.
Benjamin Button.
He's turned into like Death Becomes Her,
Yeah.
Meryl Streep
Yeah.
style. Beautiful.
Antiques Roadshow expert drinks the urine, rusty nails, and human hair after mistaking the liquid for port. Now, what sort of port are you drinking that you can't tell the difference? I
He's
think-
like, well,
Now,
obviously.
you thought it might be port or wine. That would have been nice.
It didn't
In
taste
actual
like
fact,
it.
well, you made me it tasted really rusty. Well, inside were these brass pins, all of these dating from the late 1840s. And then the liquid, urine,
Yummy.
a tiny bit,
such good news.
a tiny bit of alcohol, and one human hair.
It's totally a curse.
He is into it though. He drinks piss. He's like yummy.
He's like,
Like I know you could either try and own the situation, go, oh yeah, I knew where it was. I'm an
Yeah.
expert, or he's just like,
I always said I didn't have a good head for wine. Apparently, I was right. Oh, you could have done something like that.
Yeah.
But he was like, yum.
yummy.
Just like Mummy used to make. Fucking creepy rich people, eh?
Yeah. Now, you can't drink up your piss before you go to bed.
I know.
He's a,
Drink up Nanny's piss.
I remember I asked my mother years ago, we're on holidays. I said, did you breastfeed us? Right? I don't know why. I think I was with my ex and talking about Holly. I didn't even finish the sentence. And my mother goes, of course I didn't. I wouldn't let you ruin my tits.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah.
My mama wouldn't breastfeed me, so I would throw a load of fits. She was so selfish and mean, she didn't want me ruining her tits. I said we as animals need it to stay alive. She said, you've done well so far, you are nearly 45.